Hey guys, Dylan Noble Records coming at you with another video. This is an exciting one. I've been looking forward to doing it for a long time. This is my 7,000 subscribers contest. Started on YouTube 2 years ago. Really low key. The reason I started was to basically be able to remember all the collections I was buying, because I was buying a ton, and just wanted to kind of be able to keep track of what I was getting and be able to look back and be like, man, I forgot about that collection, you know. And people started watching, and I still can't believe people watch it. So if you guys, so like a year ago, I did my 750 subscribers contest. In this past year, I've been really blessed and found a lot of really good stuff, and met a lot of really cool people, and just been blown away by the past year. It's been great. So if you've subscribed to this channel, thank you so much for supporting me and like opening the record store and all that stuff. And I'm just so glad that these videos are entertaining and educational to some people. So thanks for watching. Seriously, cannot thank you guys enough. It's been a really, really great year, or well, 2 years, I guess. And it's just been a really cool community of people that I've met, and I'm really happy that I started doing this channel 2 years ago. So if you haven't uploaded a video, you've been thinking about it, there's a good chance to get started doing a contest, you know. So the way I did my contest last year, this one will be very similar. I asked 5 questions last time. This time, since it's 7,000 subscribers, I'm going to do 7 questions. So just so you know, you have to upload a video. Number 1 rule, you have to upload a video. A lot of people asked that last time. Upload a video like this of your response. And I'm going to go through all the questions as if this was a contest entry, so you'll know what to do. Number 2 is you have to be subscribed. Duh. So you're going to answer the following questions, and then the prizes are, just like I did last time, first prize winner will win 5 records and a Noble Records t-shirt. So what I do is I'll curate a box of records specifically for you. If you win, I'll get into communication with you and talk about what you want, what you like, what you need, and I will get a box of records together for you. So first place is 5 records and a Noble Records t-shirt. Second prize is 3 records and a Noble Records t-shirt. And third prize is 1 record and 1 Noble Records t-shirt. Now last year, when I did it, I had bonus winners because I like giving stuff away. I imagine there will be bonus winners. Last time there was like 10 bonus winners that got stuff too. So I'm not going to stick to that. I'm going to give at least that, but probably a lot more bonus gifts. So you have a high probability of getting something. So upload videos. You know, title it something that has Noble Records in it so I can search it. And also, just to be safe and sure that I see it, comment under this video telling me that you uploaded a video, and I will watch it. So I'll watch it, I'll make a list, I'll keep you guys updated. The deadline is February 16th is when I'm going to draw out of a hat the winners. So now we got the ground rules out of the way. Here are the questions. And the questions I'm going to be putting in the description of this video, so check that out. So the number 1 question is, I want to see some of your best finds, not of the last year, best finds of all time. Now, it doesn't have to be a steal, it doesn't have to be anything like that. It's just significant ones that you like, that you really love the memory of finding. So the first one is, this is the one that comes to mind, Zombies, Odyssey, and Oracle. This is maybe my favorite album of all time. He's tied with Led Zeppelin 3 as #1 album of all time. When I first started really getting into psych, I wanted this record so bad. This was on top of my list, but really, really hard to find an original press. I thought, man, I'll never find one of these. I had found one in the past, but I sold it because I didn't know what it was when I first started dealing. And so I was like, man, I'll never find another one. And I was on vacation, and we stopped at this flea market, me and my family, and I went to this record booth, and this guy had all these records, and way overpriced. You guys know how it is. And he had, like, I remember the one I remember seeing was Cheap Thrills, Big Brother and the Holding Company. he had $75 on it, and I was like, this is ridiculous. And I was about to walk out, and I saw this on the wall, and I said, hey man, how much for this record? And he's like, I don't even know what this is. This is a crazy looking record. I don't know if you know what it is. I'll take $4 for it. So I was like, man, and I was man, that made the whole vacation for me. I loved it. I was on cloud nine. I was so excited. So that was a killer steal of a deal for me, and it came at the right time. I was so excited. This next one is Sim Andy. This is a killer, like a funky psych album, but more funk than anything. Amazing rhythms on this thing, and a few years ago, this guy had bought a foreclosed home, and he called me. He's like, hey, I got a closet full of records here. If you want to come take a look at them, you can buy them. It was a bunch of funk and stuff I'd never heard of before. And a few things I did, and there's some Blue Note stuff in there. And so there was like 3 boxes of records, brought them home, and started listening to it. And it really opened my eyes up to a lot of new music. This was probably 6 or 7 years ago, and this was in there, and I was blown away. And so that was kind of a really cool discovery for me. So that was one of my favorite finds. And then this is Dragonfly, self-titled, really incredibly rare psych record. They go for $300, $400, $500 sometimes. One I never thought I'd own, and I was waiting for my wife. She was in the doctor's office one day, and I just jumped on eBay just to see if I could find one, and someone had just posted this one for $15. Buy it now, and I got it. And so that was like, I was so excited. I could not believe it. It was when I first started collecting psych. Again, when you first start collecting psych or whatever, you don't really get into. I know you guys, a lot of you guys are psych heads like me. When you first get into it, you'll buy anything you can get your hands on that you can sink your teeth into. You're like, I'm hungry for it. But when you find something you really are, that's a special time, So anyways, so the second question, that was the first question. Just show me some of your best finds. You could have one from anywhere from one to three of just your favorite time that you found a record. You don't have to tell me how much you paid for it, whatever. But, that's what I want to hear. Number 2, best song ever written. Now this one, loosely, what you think the best song ever written is. And to me, I asked this question on Instagram. Best song ever written, and people answered like I have more responses for that than any other question I've ever asked on Instagram. But one that I really got that I was like, man, that really is one of the best songs ever written is Jason Isbell, Elephant. It's on this album. And again, if you don't have the album, you don't have to show it. If you want to just mention it. But this song, if you've never heard that song, Jason Isbell, Elephant is an incredible song. And what I think makes a good song is, it really invokes emotion and feeling, and the words are well put. I mean, Jason Isbell is just a freaking poet, man. He's just a killer. And, but that song, man, it really gets you. It hits me every time right in the feels. I'll go with an old one too. Townes Van Zandt, Lungs. It's on this record. Oh my gosh, that song's incredible. How would you even write a song like that? It's just unbelievable. So those are 2 of my favorites. We'll say favorite song ever written. It doesn't have to be the best one. I know that's like pretty debatable. How can you give an answer for such a question? But loosely, what do you think is the best song ever written and why? The one record you would never sell. I want to know how you keep track of your collection, or do you? For longest time, and I just want to know this for my own benefit because I'm trying to figure that crap out right now for myself. For years and years, I did not keep track of my collection because I had it in here. I knew what I was doing, and I knew what I had, and it was all logged up in my brain. But as I've started buying and selling records, I pulled stuff out of my collection. I've added a lot of stuff to my collection, and let's be honest, I don't know what the heck is going on right now with my collection. I don't know what I have and don't have. And there's some things that I know I wouldn't get rid of, but you know what I mean. So I've been logging things onto Discogs so I can keep track on Discogs. That's what I've been doing. So that's how I am wanting to do it, but I know a lot of people have spreadsheets. I know just H2 Vinyl, if you're watching this. I mean, I know he has like this crazy barcode system that's like really complex. So I want to know how you keep track of your records, or if you do. So just tell me. or you can show me, and you can do like a room tour, whatever you want. More creative, the better. And so the question number 4, one record that you never sell. My collection, pretty much everything's for sale. I would sell anything that I have if the price is right. This is one record that I would never sell. If you guys followed me last year, we went out to, my son has autism, and so we went out to a doctor for some treatment in New Mexico. We were in North Carolina, so it was a really, really far drive. We drove all the way to New Mexico, and we did a bunch of stuff on the way there and on the way back. We stopped in a bunch of cool cities and towns, and we had a great time. So it was great. And on the way back through, so I had written a song for my son, and it was kind of during that whole time we were doing the trip, and we were it was just a really special time that we spent with my family. But I wrote this song for my son, and when we were driving through Nashville, we didn't have much time, but we stopped in at Third Man, and I recorded a song in the Third Man booth, and they have it here on clear vinyl. So really cool. I would never sell this because this is the only thing in my collection that I know I would never sell. Number 1, no one will probably ever buy it. But number 2, it's just so sentimental to me, and it really honestly doesn't have much value, probably any value to anyone else. But to me, this is just, it encapsulates that whole trip and that special time, and it's the only thing I have of me on vinyl. So maybe one day I'll record an album and put it on vinyl. Would you buy it? Probably not. But that's the number 4 question. One record that you would never sell. Number 5, your favorite music or record related documentary. My favorite documentary ever is there's a documentary called All Things Must Pass. It's the story of Tower Records. If you haven't seen that, find it. It is awesome. I was sitting at my old job one day. I don't think I've ever told the story. Definitely not on YouTube. I don't think I've ever told anyone this story. I was sitting at my old job one day, and I kind of had some downtime, and I found it online and watched it. All Things Must Pass. And I was blown away by the story of Tower Records. And I remember just like my blood started pumping. I was like, man, I've got to open a record store. And I did. And I'm not saying it's because of that documentary, but that documentary really showed me like, wow, like I could do this. This is really cool. So that's one that really impacted me. Another one is Be Here to Love Me. Townes Van Zandt, the story of him. And the other one is Heartworn Highways. I don't really know that that's a documentary, but I guess it is. Anyways, so that's 3. You can give 1 or 3 or how many ever you want. More creative, the better. Question number 6 is your favorite record you've ever received as a gift. Now, I don't ask for records for Christmas or birthdays. People don't ever buy me records for Christmas or birthdays because I've got a ton of records already, and they usually want to buy me a little something more personal, and most people don't really know what to buy me. So, understandable. I've very rarely received records as gifts. So when I do, it's pretty special. So this goes back to, this is my choice. This is MC5, Kick Out the Jams, Brothers and Sisters. But this is not the Brothers and Sisters copy. This is the Mother Father copy. So this is, I got this record as a gift twice. I was gifted this twice, and I'll tell you how. So it was probably 10 years ago, right when I first started buying collections, and I found this guy in Asheville. He's a really nice dude. I went and started buying records from him, and just tremendous guy. Really actually began a friendship with him. He had this incredible collection, and everything was $5 each, everything. And so I ended up buying his entire collection, but every time I went, I would spend every dime I had. And one day he said, the past couple times you've been here, you passed right by this and you haven't even looked at it. And he said, that's the band copy. That's the real deal. And I was like, I don't even know what that is. And he's like, are you serious? You've never heard this? And I said, no. And he said, listen, I could never sell this record because it was given to me by my aunt right before she died. And then she said, this is really special to me. I don't ever want to get rid of it, but you're into music and I don't listen to records anymore. So I'm going to give you this record. Don't ever get rid of it. And he said, I'm at the point now where I'm moving. I don't have a record player anymore. I'm getting rid of all my records. So I can't sell you this, but I can give it to you. and he said, don't ever sell it. If you're going to get rid of it, give it away. And so this is the band cover on the inside. And so the story is his aunt's mom, there's an expletive here, and she went in and like took an eraser and erased that expletive out. But then his aunt went back and wrote the expletive back on top of it. So it's kind of funny, but this is the band inside cover. And this was really interesting. It's on the gold label. They're not all on the gold label. Some of them, a lot of them are on the red label. So this is a really rare one. And so I had this and loved it. It was one of my favorites. And one day I decided I was going to sell all my, well, it was a long decision, but I decided I was going to sell all my records. This was 4 or 5 years ago. And Chris Henson, who's from the Man Cave on here, he came by and he bought a ton of stuff, and he's like, just out of curiosity, how much for that? And I ended up throwing it in on the deal and just saying, this is a gift. Don't sell it. Give it away if you're going to get it. That's the whole deal with this record. And he ended up, a couple years later, giving it back to me. So I got this record as a gift twice. But this is a really rare record. Phenomenal. One of my favorite proto-punk albums. Life changer right here. Really good stuff. So MC5. Kick out the jams, motherfucker. Okay. Now, the last question is, I'm keeping track on this iPad. What's your listening ritual? Do you go get you a glass of orange juice and sit Indian style right in the middle, and what do you do? Do you have special pair of pants that you wear when you listen to a record? Is it a sacred time for you? Do you just put records on in the background when you're getting other stuff done? What is your listening ritual like? So this whole contest is based around me getting to know you better. I want to know who watches my videos, know more about them so the community grows stronger. And anyways, so thank you guys for watching this. I'm really excited about the contest entries and to see all your entries. Last time I was blown away by the response of the contest, and I met a lot of new people, started subscribing to a lot of new channels that I didn't know about, and that was really, really cool. So I'm so stoked to see who all is going to make videos, because I know there's a lot of newer people in the vinyl community over the past year, and I would love to meet and speak with all of you. So upload a video. Hopefully you'll get a prize. All the rules and questions and everything is in the description of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see your responses. Have it in by February 16th or else. See you guys.